and Chris come along as they share our lives with you. We have many adventures. We're always on the go, doing errands, traveling, casinos, and much more. Nothing to stop us now. It's time for another show. The life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today and come share our lives with us. We have many adventures. We're always on the go, doing errands, traveling, casinos, and much more. Nothing to stop us now. It's time for another show. The life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today and come share our lives with us. Oh, with us.
Good afternoon. This is Cheryl with the Life of Cheryl and Chris, and I'm on my way to Waco. Now I'm going to my niece's apartment just to make sure I know where it is and just spend a little time with Blake, because I'm going to start a new little thing. I'm going to start doing some babysitting for her about 3 hours a week, just on Wednesdays from like 4 to 7. Just so my sister usually keeps Blake, but she also works full-time, and she said usually when she comes in she needs a little time to unwind and do something before she start keeping him. So I said I would go up there and keep him from 4 to 7 for my niece, and that's what I'm getting ready to do now. I'm going up there just to find out exactly where her apartment is and everything. So I'll get back with you. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, I'm still on the road. I've gotten on the main road taking me up to Waco, and I'll see how long it takes me to get up there. So what's been going on in you all's life? Not too much going on in mine, just the same old stuff. That's why I decided to go out and do this for my niece to help her a little bit, because when I was a young lady and I had just started a job, I had I think William was 2 years old at that time, because I started the job in January, so he was 2 and he turned 3 in that June, and I needed somebody to keep my child for me, because Dell was already in school, because Dell was 12. They were 10 years apart. So Dell was in school, and then my mother was still teaching at that time. So my mother would pick him up when she finished up at school and just would bring him home. And I needed somebody to keep William for me. So William ended up staying with my aunt. My aunt was at home. She had retired, and so she kept William for me, and that really helped me a lot. She kept William until he was about, I think, 3.5 or so, and then or maybe 3, because later on in that same year my grandmother had gotten sick, and she was already sick. She had cancer, because I remember when I was in the hospital getting ready to have William, I had to stay in the hospital for 6 weeks, because they were saying I was having, because of my blood pressure and stuff like that. I've always had trouble with that, and I stayed in the hospital for like 6 weeks, and they induced me, and then I ended up having William vaginally, and I hadn't done that before, because with Dale I was having trouble also, but I hadn't stayed in the hospital. And when I had gone to the hospital, he was having some stress on his with his heart, and so they decided to go on and induce me, and I end up just they didn't induce me with Dale. What they did a C-section. They did a C-section, and I had Dale. I don't know if I told y'all, probably so I have. I think Dale was 2.5 pounds when he was born, and he was like 32 or 33 weeks, 32 weeks, something like that. And because he was supposed to be born in July. Both my kids should have been born in July, but Dale was born in May, and William was born in June. So William was a little bigger than Dale. But anyhow, when I was in the hospital for like, I was in the hospital for 6 weeks. You know, they just had me on bed rest and watching my blood pressure and everything, making sure that William would come out all right. And I was just going to wait until I went into, I was supposed to just go into labor, but I didn't go into labor. They end up inducing me, and I had him on June the 11th. And when he was born, he was 5 pounds and 2 ounces. And I had him vaginally. And I'm telling you, that was the best thing, because that C-section, I never had any labor pains because I didn't get to that point, because they just brought me from the hospital and took me to the another hospital, and they did a C-section, and I had the baby. And I never had any labor pains, so I was still a little nervous about the labor pains and everything. And then when I was in the hospital, with another young lady, and she had been in there for a while when I came, and she was getting induced on the 11th of June also. And I thought I was just going to have to be in the room by myself, but so happened, I don't know, can't remember all what happened, my blood pressure or something, I don't know. But anyhow, they ended up inducing me that morning also. So we ended up having our babies the same day. She had a girl, and I had a boy. And she was in there because her diabetes. She had diabetes, and they were thinking she was going to have trouble. And she ended up having a very big baby. Her baby was like 10 pounds and 4 ounces. And Will was like 5 pounds and 2 ounces. So her baby was twice as big as William was. And she ended up having a girl, and I had a boy. I wonder where she is now. I can't even remember what her name was. That's been 35 years ago, so you know how that is. But anyhow, my grandmother was coming up there then. She was coming to the doctor, doing, checking her, because my grandmother had cancer, and I think melanoma, one of those cancers. But anyhow, it started in her leg, and it had moved up, and she was not doing too good. So even though my aunt was keeping William, she started keeping my grandmother, had to go there and be taking care of my grandmother also. And it just got to be so hard on her, because I don't know why, but my grandmother was so, she was just such a hard person to deal with, because she was down, and she didn't like that. You know how some people get down and sick, and they get harder to deal with and stuff like that. So she was hard for my aunt to deal with her, and she was always getting on my aunt about something. And just so happened, my mother had said she was gonna take a leave of absence for school for that next year, so she can be dealing with my grandmother too. She didn't want my aunt to do it all by herself. So anyhow, I had taken William to local daycare with the Grace Lutheran School. So he ended up going to Grace Lutheran for a while. But anyhow, my grandmother, she ended up passing away, I think about a year or two, a year and a half, a year after that. But it's just been a long time. All I know, my aunt helped me really well keeping William. I didn't have to worry about him. I would take him over there in the morning, and then I'll come back when I get off work. And I was working in Waco then, so I had to take him really early, because when I first got the job I retired from, I had to work in Waco Waco for about 3 years because they didn't have a position in my hometown. So I don't know what kind of bus that is. I don't know if y'all can call Pink Whitney. I don't know if it's somebody's travel bus or what it is. But anyhow, it's a bus that was right in front of me. But I ended up having to work in about 3 years until they found me a position in Marlin. And so I worked up there for 3 years. And then while I was working, somebody had called me from Marlin. I think it was, she ended up being one of my friends, Cheryl, that I'm talking about sometime, Cheryl. We had gone to a play together not too long ago. And we ended up just remaining friends once we retired from the job. And you know, our families, when we was at the job, we socialized with each other outside of the job, and we became friends. And our families, I knew her family, she knew my family, and stuff like that. But anyhow, she had called me and said they had a position there in Marlin, and they saw I was interested in transferring to Marlin. And I was, because I was getting tired of driving up here to Waco every day. But I did it, like I said, for 3 years I did it. And then I transferred to Marlin, and that was a lot better. And my aunt was still keeping my son for me when I... No, she wasn't. She wasn't keeping him for me. I had already put him in the... he was already in the Grace Lutheran. He was already going to Grace Lutheran when I started working in Marlin, I think. When I started working in Marlin, he was already out of those. He was in kindergarten. He was going to kindergarten that year. And so I just had to drop him off at school then, and my mother was still teaching. She never took a leave of absence because her mother passed away that summer, and she just kept on working until she eventually retired about 12 years later. I'm not sure, but anyhow. But I'm just saying, that's how my aunt helped me and stuff. And my sister was saying that she needed to widen her village because she didn't have many people in the village to help her with keeping Blake. And even though, I have to drive up here, it's about 25 miles. I said, oh, that's all right. I'll do it and I'll help out some. And she said she'll give me a little money for it, but, it's just good. And I just want to help her because my niece is really trying. She's working full time, and she's back in school again. And she had graduated, and she got her realtor's license. She passed the local one, but now she got to pass the national one. So that's what she wants to be. She wants to be a realtor. So I pray that it works out just fine for her. But she's working now. She's a manager at a Cane's chicken place, and I think she likes it there. But she just wants to do something else. You know how it is. You just want to do something sometimes you just want to do something that you really want to do. And I think that's something she wants to do. So she's trying to do that and get everything passed for that so she can get that done. But anyhow, that's how I ended up coming up here. Go work, go babysit for her, and keep Blake a little bit for her. So that's why I'm coming up here today. And it's pretty nice outside today, even though it's still in the 90s. It's like 93. And but the weather is not rainy. The clouds are beautiful and stuff, and it's just a nice day. So I just decided to come up here. And I'm gonna get her off because I'm gonna have to find out exactly where her house is. I got an idea of where it is, but I will get off and I'll come back on later on. If I don't get to come on while I'm there at her house, I'll come back on my way going on home. So I'm just gonna go up here and find out where she lives. Just spend a little time up here with Blake and he kind of familiar with me. But Blake is artistic, but he's doing much better, and he's going. I think he's going to some daycare, pre-K school or some kind of school, because I think he's 3 now. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing today, and I'll get back with you a little later on. Okay.
Are y'all ready? Are y'all ready? Stop. Ooh, girl. Ain't no diary, girl. It's a dialogue. Let it out. Ain't thinking of the sitcoms from the 90s. Ain't no step by. More like the underwear, put it on the line. Ooh, shoot. I know you feel it, girl. Cause I know in Iowa, I'm sure they be saying, I'm sure we be jive talking. Cause you get the best of us, spark, the best of Cheryl spark. Ooh, hyperdrive. We learn something new every day. We learn something new every day. This is just a Cheryl talk, baby. I said, this ain't no Cheryl diary, baby. Y'all getting funky, I know you're about to start jiving. Ooh, baby, up, I got a jimmer. I know you might see there's a surprise in every single corner. Surprise, there's something out there constantly. It's the Cheryl Talk Show, baby. Oh, get it, baby. Get it, man, let's jump, get it, man. We need a promise. Bring it back, Aria. This is the Cheryl Talk Show. Cheryl Talk. Fuck, blood on the audio.
Well, I made it to Waco, Woodway, and my niece sent me the apartment address, and I had that address already and the building number, but I didn't see anything. I thought it just right off from the main road, but I was going up and I didn't see any apartment complexes. And then she sent me the directions to my phone, and then the directions said it was 36 minutes to get to where she was. And so she said she'd just come over here. I had just pulled up in this church parking lot, and she said she'll come over here and she'll direct me back over there, because I've never been out here. I know when she was living right there down from the HEB, and they said she had moved to another apartment. I didn't know exactly where that other apartment was. So that's where I am now. I'm just here at the church. It's First Woodway Baptist Church, and I guess they have school here because I see they got kids and stuff they're picking up back to in the back. But that's where I am now. So I'm just waiting for her to come. So hopefully she'll be here in a few minutes. She said it's not too far away. Okay, my niece just came. Now I'm gonna follow her back to her house. It didn't take her too long, so it can't be too far away from here. And this is just where I got off just a while ago. Okay. Oop. Going down this one-way street. See, that was my exit that I exited just a while ago at State Drives and Hewitt Drive. areas that kind of people move to when they move to Waco. It's supposed to be one of the, I guess, what they call better areas or whatever. But it's getting crowded out here too. You know, everybody is trying to move to a certain place, and it gets crowded. Okay, I was just at this place up under this bridge. But she's not blinking, she's going straight. Okay. I hope she's not still at the same place she used to be. And I'm thinking that she was at a new place, because we're going back down here by HEB. Somebody got right in front of me. There she is up there. Okay. Okay, we're gonna go back on the exit that I exit on. We're right at Estate Drive and Here Drive. I'll see you in a minute. She don't have a signal light on, so I don't know if I have to turn or not. Anyhow, like I was saying, this is one of the areas that people have been moving out here to. I used to bring my kids out here to the dentist. They had a dentist office right over there. It's over there where those trucks and cars are coming by in front of me. They had a dentist office right over there. But now they moved out further in the same area. Moved out further. She looked like she's going anywhere I thought she was going. Way back. Oh, she's going back on the highway. No, she's not. She's getting over. So, I was really past it then. Pass it up. Oh, I see. I think it's better for me to come the other way. Oh, I see it. I found it. I think it's better for me to come down Hewitt. I think that's the way I'll come. Down Hewitt Drive. Because it's on this side of town. I can leave this way going home, but coming up here, I think I'll go the other way. Seems like it's better. I was all out the way. Leave you me. I was all out of the way. Look like, I don't know if her apartment is up or down. Okay, huh? Okay, I made it. I have to pull up. I think I pulled up enough. And I'll be fine right there. Okay, y'all. I made it. Okay. This is Cheryl. I'm back. I'm back in the car. I visited with my niece and Blake for a little while. And she was just telling me about his routine and what he likes to do and what he likes to eat, what I may have to help him with, you know, and all that stuff. So I told them I'll see them next week. I'll start on next Wednesday. I was just coming today to just get familiar with her place and where she was. And so I did find out where she is. And I know it's easier for me to come the way that I thought about coming than to come this way. Because it's by coming the way she told me, it's going to be on the other side of the road. So I'm going to come this way. I can just come straight up the side. But I'll see how it goes for us. One thing I had gone in there to tell Blake Brown, and I gave him a hug, and I said, love you. I gave him a hug, and then he came out in the living room, and I told him I have to go, I'm going bye-bye. And then he wanted to come out too. I said, no, you can't come out. You can't come out. Then he just started crying. He was on the floor crying. But anyhow, hopefully it'll work out good for us. And I'll get back with you as I get on the road again. Let me get out of these apartment complex, and then I'll come back on the road and talk again before I head out. Well, I made it back home. And I was going to talk while I was coming home, but I didn't have my camera set up, and my battery is weak. So I just want you to know this was Cheryl with the Life of Cheryl and Chris. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We've been telling everybody to like, comment, and subscribe. We don't get any comments. So please put some comments and like and subscribe. And remember, we are the carers, and caring is sharing, and we're sharing our lives with you. Bye-bye. You see my green nails today? Bye-bye.
Cameras, you gotta help me. I'm trapped in prison. I'm trapped here behind bars. Got my inmate with a crazy hairy wiener. I got a crazy inmate, guys. Guys, if you want to help me get the key, just subscribe. It's only free. Like, comment, and subscribe today, Care Bears, to get me out of prison. Hurry. Hurry. My hairy inmate, she's crazy.
Even though this episode comes to a close, we have many more to explore. Just hit that subscribe button. We are the Life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you. Don't forget to drop a like and a comment, would be very nice too. We are the Life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you. From showdowns to casinos and even across the country too. We are the Life of Cheryl and Chris, taking you places, showing you around. Come hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe so we can see you around. We appreciate you. I'm glad you are part of the family. We are the Life of Cheryl and Chris. You never know what we going to next. Come along and join the fun and be a part of our journey too. Whoa. cares and caring is sharing, and we're sharing our lives with you. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, 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 yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Hit that subscribe button today. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. We gon' share our lives with you, from short errands to casinos and even across the country too. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris, taking you places, showing you out. Come hit that like button, please hit that subscribe so we can see you around. We appreciate you and glad you are part of the family. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. You never know what we're gonna do next. Come along and join the fun and be a part of our journey too. We are the cares and caring is sharing, and we're sharing our lives with you. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris. Yeah, yeah, yeah. We are the life of Cheryl and Chris.